My shit's not working, hold on. Why am I moving so slow? It's such a mean tone. Especially has like 0 poise. Like, there's no way I'm running right now. I don't understand this. Okay, I don't know what determines when you're actually moving at full speed and when you're not. That was almost too early. What a shitty gas coin, dude. Homie, just give me them.
What's that smell? The sweet blood. Oh, it seems...
Like, how? Like, come on.
What is Stelara? Stelara is a prescription medicine used to treat adults 18 years and older with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease. The recommended treatment regimen for Stelara is a single intravenous IV infusion of the amount of medication based on your body weight. Professional at week 0, followed by a 90 milligram injection given under the skin as directed by your doctor at week 3, and then every 8 weeks thereafter. The injection is administered by a healthcare provider or self-injected only after proper training. Important safety information. Stelara is a prescription medicine that affects your immune system. Stelara can increase your chance of having serious side effects, including serious infections. Stelara may lower your ability to fight and infections caused by bacteria and viruses. Your doctor should check you for TB and watch you closely for signs and symptoms of TB during treatment with Stelara. If your doctor feels that you are at risk for TB, you may be treated for TB before and
You're a
during
big-
treatment with
what?
Stelara.
Oh,
You should not
take
start
this.
taking Stelara if you have any kind of infection unless your doctor says it is okay. Before starting Stelara, tell your doctor if you think you have an infection or have symptoms of an infection such as muscle aches, shortness of breath, blood and sweat, warm, red, or painful skin or sores on your body, diarrhea or stomach pain, burning when you urinate or urinate more often than normal, feel very tired, are being treated for an infection or have any open cuts, get a lot of infections or have infections that keep coming back, have TB, or have been in close contact with someone with TB. After starting Stelara, call your doctor right away if you have any symptoms of an infection. See above? These may be signs of infection.
You there? Hunter! Didn't you see the warning? Turn back at once. Hold on and burned and abandoned.
You are a skilled hunter. Adept, merciless. Half cut with blood, as the best hunters are. Which is why I must stop you.
I'm so happy I completely missed it. Because I didn't take a sharp enough. I wasn't perpendicular. Which I guess in this case would be sharpness as well. This is probably not good. Okay.
Lung inflammation. Cases of lung inflammation have happened in some people who receive Stelara and may be serious. Tell your doctor right away if you develop shortness of breath or a cough that doesn't go away during treatment with Stelara. Before receiving Stelara, tell your doctor about all of the medical conditions, including if you have any of the conditions listed. Changing lesions within psoriasis areas or on normal skin. Are receiving or have received allergy shots, especially for serious
Show me where the
allergic
devil
reactions.
waits.
Receive or have received are pregnant. Should decide. Talk to your doctor about the best way to feed your baby if you receive Stelara. Tell your doctor about all the medicines you take, including prescription and over-the-counter medicines, vitamins, and herbal supplements. Know the medicines you take
that path.
Oh, he just didn't attack. Interesting. Oh, it's on the second guy you can run up on the thing. Hmm. Hello, Driven? 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 Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, that's unlucky. I need to change how long that this was supposed to last. Also, is my mic should be working, right? Yeah, it is good. Is that also for stream maps? Yeah, good. Yeah, everything should be working fine. How you doing, Draven? Draven? I don't know what your name is. Maybe it's just relative on how fast it looks like I'm moving. Hi, Quit. Do I see kick chat? You should be able to. I'm doing fine, Quit. How about yourself? Yeah, you should be able to see. It should show YouTube and kick chat in one thing. Yeah, someone did. Typed hello twice, but hasn't responded since. I'm not. What I find interesting is that Bloodborne seems to be the most popular game I've streamed on, like in terms of actually getting people to watch, the most popular on YouTube over DS2 and Sekiro. So I don't know what correlation there is there. Yeah. I don't know what it's about Bloodborne. That's why that's the case. If I had to guess, probably DS3 when I... No, my videos are definitely not too good. They're quite dog shit. Well, I meant like while live streaming, not actually making videos out of them. But that also is the case. Except for Sekiro. My most viewed video, my only video over 1,000 views, is me killing NG plus Gyobu. No hit, no damage, sword only, demon belt charmless, NG plus. So basically the max restriction is beside doing NG plus 7. Because you can't buff, you can only use the katana, and you have to perfectly deflect everything. So the video is like 8 minutes of me perfectly deflecting Gyobu. That was the hardest one to do, beside eventually when I... Bugs! Definitely some K-Kona. No, I'm definitely not the GOAT. I am... It took a lot of tries to get it once. I did 1 no damage, so I got 1 block, which I don't know how I didn't damage me since there's Kuro Charm, but I had 1 run where it was just no damage, but I'm like, I can't just do a no damage. So then I'm like, I have to do no damage, no hit, so then I had to perfectly deflect everything. And then, I don't know, like 20 tries later I got that. But doing that in a live run is not in my skill set. However, it did make me better at Gyobu, but then I stopped running Sekiro, so... Bugs, how is the rainbow going? Hello, how are you doing today? Oh, quit. You have a Kick account? Or did you make one? Yeah, it's officially Christmas break. It's very nice. And my goal is to get Bloodborne by Christmas, Bugs. That's the goal. Backstep game, thank you. I'm sure it is worse than what sucks. Rainbow sucks ass, am I right? Bugs, are you still interested in playing Lethal Company soon?
What's that smell? The sweet blood. Oh, it sings to me. It's enough to make a man sick.
Alright, sounds good. We will definitely be getting, I feel like, some quotas. Yep. Yes. Yeah, sure, this is the run. That's unfortunate, Bugs. The group we play with have had a bit of a falling out with the game because we played it so much. Like we were averaging like 4 hours of play, like probably like at least 2 hours, but probably averaging around 3 hours of Lethal Company time every single day, and eventually it started getting a little boring. And yes, you can upgrade. You gotta get the bloodstone shards, and then the large bloodstone shards, and then the chunks, and eventually a rock. However, we haven't played in like 5 days or so. So, if we let people know that that funny British man's gonna play with us, they're probably gonna be inclined. I'm not running. Dude, what? I don't understand this bullshit. I don't understand why. Well, I must be like starting my run before I'm up at full speed or something. It is a beautiful title. Why would you say that? That is not acceptable in this chat room, friend. He is funny British man through and through. Yes, he is. He's definitely an honorable K-Kona. Which probably is not a good honor, but, you know.
What's that smell? The sweet blood. Oh, it sings to me.
I don't have the damage I need. That'll be good enough. You're just constantly swapping identities. If I don't overthink the throw, I get it. Well, so So quit. There is different Greek boy that we talk about. His name is Arth. And we call him Greek boy. So he's not referring to you. Yeah, but yeah, Greek boy is rock bottom. You don't want to be Greek boy.
Oh, very
Get
good.
up,
Very
good
good
hunter.
indeed.
Get your ass up,
Take
bro.
this.
So I thought about asking Greek boy how to tell someone what's a sentence that I could just copy and paste. Just no, not just Greek people in general. There is a specific Greek boy we're talking about. He's from Athens, and we make fun of him. Yeah, the Greeks in general. All Greek boy talks about is the Balkans and Greece's bad GDP.
You there? Hunter! Didn't you see the warning?
That's such a stupid
Fellow
attack.
Hunter.
I don't know what I need to do about that. Because hugging close doesn't dodge it. Swing far doesn't dodge it. Running to the left doesn't dodge it.
Always notepads are designed for always.
Oh, I'm fucking running into the wall. They want, like, website cookies? Yeah, so that's pretty strange. Britton, what the fuck are you doing? I was getting like vertigo for a second. And refreshing doesn't get rid of it. Okay, that's a weird angle to drop it. Refreshing does nothing. Is right. What does it say? Because you could go into actual. You should be able to go into the Chrome settings, and then manually. Actually, in the top left should be. Oh wait, that pop out, not the. Do you have another browser? To see if it pops up on other browsers?
What's that smell? The sweet blood. Oh, it's in.
Oh really? Just to play casually again? That's cool. I think DS3 is going to be the hardest no-hit speedrun. Either that or Elden Ring. Those two are probably going to be really brutal. DS3 because of its margin of error in Elden Ring because of how dependent poise breaking is, so you need to be really aggressive. I think the most boring is going to be Demon Souls by far. I don't think Demon Souls is a particularly good game in the first place. And Elden Ring might be boring because of how big it is. And it would probably be the longest no-hit speedrun of all of them. Because I wouldn't be at the skill level needed to get the time I want, I don't think. Both games have a shield, right? Yes, but we can't use shields. Well, I mean, we could use shields, but you can't block. You can only parry with shields, and that's it. Shields have no other application beside. Yeah. What's interesting about achievements is that almost every single game has had their all achievements no hit done. Demon Souls has it, Dark Souls 1 has had it, and someone actually did it. Either did it or is working on Soul Level 1, so lowest level all achievements. DS2 has not yet. DS3 has. Bloodborne is on its way because the best Bloodborne no-hit runner. Her name is Goes on Good. She has been working on all achievements for like a year and has gotten multiple one-hit PBs. Which is rough. Sekiro had it done and Elden Ring had it done, so 5 of the 7. No, that counts as a hit if you block with the shield. And no damage, it's fine as long as the damage blocks 100% of the damage, but no hit, you're not allowed to block. No shield. You can only parry with the shield because it doesn't deal damage to the player. However, shields don't matter. Shields honestly don't really do anything in no-hit runs beside parry. Because if you don't want to parry, there's nothing else you can really do with the shield. Except for maybe some niche strategies in like Elden Ring to where you do like a shield bash that instantly breaks an enemy's poise or something, or stun loops, but that's an oddity and not a common occurrence.
What's that smell?
I didn't think he was gonna do that follow-up. I'm just sucking, man.
Step into Wix Studio, the web creation platform built for agencies.
I'm kind of surprised that we're already on run 143. Like, I am garbage. See, I wonder if this run will have the most runs done. Because the most runs I've ever done on a single no-hit is 302 for my first Sekiro run. The second is right now Dark Souls 2 no-hit speed at like 260 or something. And this is third at 140. Not many have broken past 100. See, the issue with this no-hit speedrun is that, well, the issue with no-hit run has always been, you have to decide for yourself what matters more to you, the no-hit or the quality of your run. And most people care about just the no-hit, so they often play really safe and scared. However, when you do this shit, you're kind of forfeiting the goal of not getting hit by trying to do it in pure mechanics rather than strategy. Yeah, because most people, I'm sorry that I actually rolled that. Come on, Jake. Most people do not know how to fight these bosses. Like, if you threw a normal no-hit runner to actually fight a Gascoigne, they would die. Even though I've spent more time actually fighting Gascoigne than most, I still suck ass. Because I'm trying to fight him much more... with more risk than someone who might even fight him straight up. Because I can't parry because I don't do the normal start where you Hunter's Mark once you first go into the dream. And that's also prevalent. I mean, that's prevalent in all games. Probably the game that people are actually the worst at, I would say, are Demon Souls, Elden Ring, and Sekiro. Maybe not Demon Souls, but Sekiro and Elden Ring. I would say most no-hit runners who play those games are actually terrible. Okay, that's awesome. Because in those games, you can actually, well, in most of the meta runs, you can offload a lot of skill through strategy. Example is well, a good example is cheesing Gascoigne. Is that it is the strategy of the stair cheese completely offsets the need to know how to fight Gascoigne. All you need to do is know how to roll stuff in phase 1 and that's it. Once you get in position and you start it, there's very little that can go wrong. Stuff can go wrong, execution and getting too close and stuff like that. But if you know what the strat needs of you to succeed, you offload the skill needed to fight Gascoigne by that strategy alone. So no-hit typically prefers that way of people try to do their no-hit runs with that being the goal of offloading skill unintentionally. People aren't like, oh, I can't wait to do the strategy to not have to learn how to fight this boss. But that's the way it ends up being, is that the most optimal strat for no-hit is typically something that takes a long time to set up and makes the boss as trivial as possible. While speedrunning is typically the opposite, because it takes, time to set up those things. It would just be faster to just learn how to fight the boss with, with a lower upgrade weapon, with lower stats, without getting as many soul items, like everything like that. Now, there is often a lot of overlap in strategies because they're optimal and they work for a reason. Such as using Molotovs on Gascoigne, because it is just an optimal thing to do. But what no-hit runners do that speedrunners don't get is oil urns, which increase fire damage. So you basically get the backstab crit that you do with this strategy with the Molotovs, but you get that by using an oil urn instead, which is why the stair strategy is so good, because you basically get the full benefit of playing risky by getting backstabs in the comfort of being in a cheese spot. And then you can get the ROM 1 cycle on meta, not on BL4 sadly, but on meta. He almost got me there. If I think about the other games, this is becoming a little more popular in Demon Souls. The use of magic is becoming a little more prominent. And in Demon Souls, there are 2 bosses that you can straight up just not fight if you use poison. You can also do that in Elden Ring, the Draconic Tree Sentinel. If you walk behind him and you use Poison Mist, he will never aggro, so you can just poison him to death if you felt like it. And you don't have to ever learn the moveset of Draconic Tree Sentinel if you really didn't want to.
What's that smell? The sweet blood. Oh, it sings to me. It's enough to make a man sick.
Yeah, it would be. Learning how to fight the boss is almost always faster. Long term. Not actually when it comes to fighting the boss. Typically. Because the best example of this is Elden Ring. For Margit, the first boss that you actually need to progress. Speedrunners fight Margit with like a +4. No-hit runners will make a +7. And that +4 versus +7 difference is about 20 minutes, I think, of setup. Maybe 15 minutes of setup if they're moving fast, but like 20 minutes of setup of difference. And that makes it to where you 4-shot Margit versus like kill him in 6 or 7 hits, depending on the weapon. I don't know why I decided to grab his armor, because I wasn't supposed to. Yeah. So, like, the Elden Ring setup for speedrunners is, like, 15 or 20 minutes. And no-hit, it's an hour. One more, and then I have to reset, yeah. I keep hitting the tree. But yeah, Elden Ring, I mean, there's literally this emote, and this is, like, accurate. Blue guy with an Elden Ring run going. In-game time 4 hours. That's the meme with Elden Ring, is that the Elden Ring setup takes so incredibly long because people don't want to learn how to fight the bosses. Because if you do the full Elden Ring setup, most bosses you can kill in less than 3 hits. Most bosses. And the ones that you can't, there are poise setups to where in 3 hits you break their poise, and then it takes like 3 more hits or another poise break setup. So if you do like 2 back-to-back, you're almost guaranteed to kill any boss in the any percent, and almost all Great Rune bosses. I'm not sure about all Remembrances, but like the damage you do when you literally don't care about time is insane. Because you can just buff stack all you want and just do shitloads of damage. But speedrunners can't do that. I mean, they could, but the time they would lose doing that is not worth it. So they're like, they have to just make peace that they're gonna lose a shit ton of runs because of not getting the attack strings they need, or not doing enough damage to avoid like a phase 2 or do a phase skip, something like that. But they know so much more about actually the game and fighting the bosses and how to run through areas. Because also in Elden Ring, there is a thing called Assassin's Gambit, which makes you inaudible, so you can't be heard, and partially invisible, so enemies have a hard time seeing you. No-hit runners love it, because you can just run through areas basically for free. Especially if you crouch, which also lowers your visibility. So if you're crouching in Gambit, you're basically undetectable. Now, you can be detected, and depending on the enemy, they can see you and all sorts of shit. But for most enemies in the game, like normal enemies in the game, when you have Gambit and you're crouching, you're basically invisible. No-hit runners love it because it completely removes a lot of the risk in many areas. Speedrunners don't use Gambit because it takes forever to set up, so they just learn to raw dog and run through areas and know that they're gonna lose a lot of runs to just bullshit RNG because of enemy density. All that is to say is that speedrunners are a lot more skillful than no-hit runners. However, there are the niche runs that aren't fast, but require more technical ability than what many speedrunners can do, and that's the low damage runs. The really low damage. Such as a man named Gino Machino. If you want to see what no-hit could look like, watch Gino. YouTube and Twitch. Gino is an utter fucking monster at no-hit. It's as simple as that. He has done something called the Master Run, which is he did in Dark Souls 3 and then Elden Ring 80%. And the Master Run is New Game Plus 7, so you beat the game 8 times in total, or you're on your 8th playthrough of the game. So enemies are at their max HP, do their max damage, and you do that lowest level, no upgrades, no hit. And you do that for Dark Souls 3, all bosses. Master Run, all bosses. So NG plus 7, SL1. I had to roll too early. Lucky. I rolled, bruh. But yeah. NG plus 7, SL1, no upgrades, all bosses. And that run, you have to know every boss moveset to a fucking T. Because what ends up happening with runs like that is that normal weapons just don't do enough damage consistently, so you need to resort to using poison because it does consistently more damage than you. So you're just running around the boss, rolling, strafing, everything you need to do to stay alive, while you just wait for poison to tick away, because the poison will do more damage than you. And do that in Elden Ring, which is the Master Run in Elden Ring is probably one of the hardest runs that you could do. Even just any percent. The Elden Ring Master Run, any percent, is probably the hardest any percent of all the games. Maybe besides Sekiro. Because doing NG plus 7, sword only, demon belt, charmless, sure would be pretty tough. But we're talking about fights that literally take 30 minutes. Single fight, no hit the entire time, playing optimally is 30 minutes. That's the type of run we're talking about. Like, runs where fighting two bosses is longer than most people's setups for Elden Ring. Oh, so, yes and no. It depends. So, the Dark Souls trilogy, Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, are the most connected. Because they basically are all retellings of the same story with different stuff going on. We don't know how exactly they all connect or where they take place in terms of if they actually take place in the same universe or if it's a multiverse or when you beat the game. I always see it as when you beat the games, it kind of does like a whole universe reset. Because to me, that makes the most sense about why stuff is different, but also stuff stays the same. But in terms of how the other games relate, they really don't. Besides Easter eggs. And then in all the games besides Sekiro, there's two things that... Oh, that's it. There's two things that connect the games. A character called Patches. In every game besides Sekiro, there's a character called Patches in some form or another. And the second thing is the Moonlight Greatsword, which is also a weapon in all the games. Which is kind of like a thing with the greater FromSoft universe. I did not mean to go back into... But besides that, yeah, the Moonlight Greatsword is a pretty cool weapon. But besides that, there's not really stuff connecting them. Like I said, besides just Easter eggs, that's probably more for fan service than actual lore. Mainly dialogue, like... Bloodborne was supposed to be Demon Souls 2, so there's a lot of stuff that connects the two, but not legitimately. So, like, an example is in Demon Souls, where you kill the final boss is inside of the Old One, which is like a old eldritch god from the stars and stuff like that. And Bloodborne, everything about this game is about the Great Old Ones, which are eldritch gods from the stars at different dimensions. And there's a character in Demon Souls that says Umbasa, and Gascoigne says Umbasa. And there are a couple more Demon Souls Bloodborne connections I don't know, but like that's the most connected it gets really for that. Master Ren is artificial. What do you mean by default difficulty? Yeah, they are connected in some way, but like not in meaningful ways that you could be like, oh, this is where Demon Souls sluts into, you know, blank relative to where Dark Souls 3 and then where Elden Ring is. All the game, well, not all the games. Elden Ring is probably the closest to the trilogy. But because, I mean, it's kind of weird. Because all of them, the original difficulty of the game. Okay, but, I mean, but here's this thing. I need to look up how to pronounce that name, because I want to actually address you correctly. But the thing is, like, no hit in general is already artificial difficulty. And then, like, if you do, like, BL4 no hit, that's... Like, most people just doing, like, BL4 or SL1 in these games, people would say that's already surely difficult. Just, like, doing a full playthrough of it. you're probably gonna hit me. Oh, cool. I really need to see what type of delay there is between the Twitch stream and then the YouTube stream, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of delay. And also Restream. The Restream chat might have extra delay on top of that. How did you not hit me? Oh shit. That's a little awkward. Just don't put you into phase 2, bud, please.
What's that smell? The sweet
That is
blood.
quite lucky that you didn't phase
Oh,
there.
it sings to me. It's enough to make a man sick.
The cookies are gone. Yay! How do you pronounce this?
Dedos.
Dedos. Yeah, I want to see the YouTube delay. Hold on. Because I'm interested in knowing. Bad position, yeah, it was a bad position, and then bad play. Well, while I'm waiting, I'll catch you load this. Taking a little while to load their YouTube. Ooh, PC is not happy with what I'm doing to it. What? I mean, there is a delay, but it's not that bad. Does it say what the delay is? It's about 7 seconds. Okay. And I mean, 7 seconds isn't great, but I mean, if that's what I have to deal with, that is what it is. But Dados, the Twitch experience is better because you actually listen to just decent music instead of lo-fi the entire time. So if you want to listen to metal, because I see metal in your name and the rock hand gesture in your profile picture, we listen to a lot of rock, metal, and indie. But yeah, 7 second delay is not great. I really can't do anything about it. But yeah, so if you want to listen to metal, I recommend watching on Twitch instead of YouTube. And plus, there is less delay, more like 2 seconds instead of 7, so if that matters to you, then that's something. Okay. That would do it then. God damn it. I was hoping that you weren't gonna shoot me, or I'd at least have time to turn around. Jake, come on, bro. Best PB. So, the furthest we've gotten is to Mensis. So we killed one reborn, touched a guy with the Mensis cage, and that first lamp when you get into Mensis, I had a abhorrent beast follow me because we don't have extra blood cocktails to lure them away. So, as I was, trying to warp away with the lamp, yeah, it killed me. Only one run has made it past Shadows of Yharnam. Only one, which is not good in the slightest. However, when I do blood level 4, I'm not gonna take shadows as fast. Yeah. And we have not done a full game run yet. Even though I have a time for Wet Nurse, I have not actually completed a full run yet. Which is one reason why I don't really like playing games on PS5, because there's no tools I can use to do like no death or something. So that's just me complaining because I'm bad. Oh, you tried. However, I think it might be interesting just to try BL4. Because I'm pretty sure BL4 will actually have pretty much the same damage as this run. Because we only make a +4, and BL4 you make a +6. So, probably the later game bosses would almost be doing the same damage. Not exactly, but a little closer than what could be.
What's that smell? The sweet blood. Oh, it sings to me. It's enough to make a man sick.
was pretty meh. Dados, what got you into doing no hit? Also, ignore my terrible pronunciation of Spanish with a very shitty accent. It's almost an instant roll after the Charger 2. Come on, bud.
You're a backprox. What? Oh, take this.
And what do you think of? Did you do Serpent Hunter, Iron Balls, or Bloodhound's Fang for Elden Ring? Cause I plan on doing Bloodhound's Fang since it's the fastest.
You there? That for the hunt?
You are a skilled hunter, adept, merciless, half cut with blood, as the best hunters are. Which is why I must stop you.
Ah, Starfist. Yeah, I'm glad I missed it again. I recommend doing the DS2 no-hit run, because DS2 is a pretty easy game to no-hit. I have no-hit DS2 a lot. Since you're not on Twitch, you can't see it, but I have... how many DS2 no-hit runs? I did a lot of magic runs. I have two... I would say two good worlds first for DS2 no-hit. Dark Pyromancy Flame and Hex, only no upgrades and fusions. And then a couple no damage runs, but I don't really... People normally put DS2 as the easiest no-hit run. because consistently, the entire way through, the easiest. And then a lot of people don't like all bosses because people are afraid of basically how many bosses there are. And people don't like DS2 in general, so... Don't put your back in the wall, dude. Oh, I did not expect to actually get back there. I really did not expect to get us back there. But yeah, a lot of people don't like DS2 in the first place. So the idea of doing DS2 all boss, given that there's 41 of them, people are like, that is just a shit idea. But people don't really know much about... People don't know about DS2. People don't know about the potential DS2 has. And I've seen it. Everyone goes crazy over how to keep pushing the limit on the other games, like DS2 is my favorite as well. I have over 700 hours on Scholar and almost 800 hours in total between Scholar and Vanilla. But everyone really is pushing the envelope on what all the games can do, except for DS2 and Demon Souls. Sekiro is probably a dead game with how hard people have pushed it. DS3 is almost at its limit in terms of difficulty. DS1 has been beaten senseless, and Bloodborne's almost at its limit. I've heard that DS2 PvP was really good. I've never particularly liked multiplayer in any of these games, PvP or summoning. But that's an unpopular opinion. Why did you not stagger? It is what it is. It's okay. So yeah, that's where the delay is really coming in. Maybe I should just pop out YouTube chat because not many. Maybe I should pop out both Kick and YouTube chat separately. I might do that after this run. The reason is because we don't need to. Me dying like that, that's the first time that's happened to where I didn't get the stagger on her arm like that. I would love to know why I keep getting stuck on there. How did I not fall there? Also, I still don't really know how much faster getting the Saw Spear is. Because in real time, I save like 20 seconds. I'm not sure if that actually accounts for anything in in-game time. But it should save. It should save some in-game time. Because I don't think it saves only real time. It should save a little bit of in-game time. Because of you save out on two. Well, you save out on a lamp light sitting at one lamp, burning out. Also, I didn't attack there. That's fine. That's actually really good. I got that attack I missed out on, and I got it back.
Oh, what's that smell? The sweet blood. Oh, it sings to me. It's enough to make a man sick.
Come on. Any moment now. Not great, but it is what it is. Hey, Dev, thank you. Dev, I have not seen you stream in a bit. Maybe I'm just missing your streams in the morning or something. I probably missed out on a lot of them because of school and tutoring. But I haven't Even if that is the case, I still haven't seen you stream much, I don't think. If you're still here. Datos, what game do you plan on no-hitting next? Or do you plan on doing... I haven't streamed in a while, burnout. I feel that. Has certainly all memories and skill G gotten to you? Oh, I'm surprised that actually works still.
You're a approach. Take this.
Neo no hit looks really strange. And for DS3 is regarded as the hardest no hit to do. I take it you're probably going to use Cell Swords and just do the meta build. Cell Swords, you get SEP RTSR for every fight, instead of just using Lloyd's because it's faster. Maybe I could do that. Maybe I could go diagonally back a bit in order to avoid the hitbox.
You are a skilled hunter, adept, merciless, half cut with blood, as the best hunters are. Which is why I must stop you.
I'm just not hitting it anymore. See, Shadows is a really weird fight because... Oh, that's lucky. The deal with Shadows is that you can honestly take as much time as you want. You only need to rush whenever you kill one, but as long as you don't, do the damage threshold for them to phase, you could take all the time in the world. There aren't many bosses in these games where you can just decide how long you want to take. So Deacons and Shadows is hard, but they do have that one thing that makes them relatively easy in that one aspect, but not really in many other ways. They're annoying as shit though. You're really gonna make this difficult for me. And you didn't rotate to the right. I still don't understand why they made it to where BSB can just be half inside the arena and half outside, and I'd just be perfectly fine with that. Also, I would actually disagree with you. But it depends on... It kind of depends on what you're working with. Because if you know the Shadow's damage setup, if you know what you need to do, and you have your Beast Blood. Oh, well, this is it. Really? No? Okay, whatever. If you have your Beast Blood, and you have your Fire Paper, and you have the levels and everything like that, there's not really any reason why you should not be able to kill at least one of the Shadows. Like, for this run, if I had that extra Fire Paper, I would get past Shadows a lot more. Just because of the damage difference. And like, I want to learn where that Fire Paper is because the thing is, like, there's no benefit of getting extra Fire Paper besides Shadows. Because we don't use it for anywhere else in the game. Because Bolt Paper replaces it. So it'd be getting that Fire Paper for just Shadows. Which would make it faster just doing Fire Paper for the setup and Fire Paper for the kill. That would... I mean, it's interesting thought. I need to look at where it's at, but it's interesting thought. Because I already have some time I have left over from doing the Soul Spear start. And then the way I fight Shadows, it'd probably save some time, but yeah, I need to look at how much damage I'm doing. I've seen some people get Fire Paper for the fight, specifically to kill the, when you're at the damage threshold, to kill the Shadow. without a problem.
What's that smell? The sweet blood.
Yeah, you need. It's an instant roll. I did not. I want to see where this fire paper is at. Also, why is my computer lagging so badly? What's eating all my performance? Hold on. What's going on here? I mean, everything looks normal. Fire paper. Where are you located? Don't tell them. Okay, so it's literally just gonna show you the reading sword hunter badge. I don't care about that. Oh yeah, this is unless this guy's just. Where's this fire paper at, bud? Oh, what the hell? Where is this? Oh, where the hell is this? Also, I did not mean to. Oh, it's down there? Yeah, we're not getting that. Yeah, never mind. Yep, that's something that's just not happening. Also, I need to pop out YouTube chat. I need to figure that out rather than using Restream. I actually want to compare the time it takes to YouTube Studio. Content. Could you type something for me, please, Dados? Because I just want to see something real fast. If you're still here. I need to just close out live slip for a second as well. Okay. Maybe I could have just typed something myself and not be fucking. No, that doesn't really work because. Could you type one more time for me, please? Because I need to look at the delay difference. Okay, yeah, it's like a second. It's like a second or so difference. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Let's pop out chat. And let's go to kick real fast. Are you quitting out? No. There's just something I want to see. Am I able to save this? Okay, I need to add to edit. Move. How do I... This is not letting me do what I want. Oh, here we go. Edit folder. I'll book, choose another folder. Streaming. Edit, kick, chat. Maybe you're there. I don't know if that's always gonna work like that. However, that's an ad I'll get rid of. I need to add ad block to Microsoft Edge. And kick chat. Actually, no, I want the pop out. Not actually just pop out. So then drag you here. YouTube. Oop, did not mean to do that. Do that, and lastly, kick. Shrink you down. Now I'm looking like a real fucking streamer, dude. Holy shit. This is stupid. This is really stupid to look at. Okay. I have everything set up. This is a lot less nice to look at, but this is better because there's a lot less delay now. You can't see what I'm looking at, but it is, excuse me, disgusting. The amount of chat I have pulled up. I have 3 chat boxes pulled up. Okay, thank you for just not picking. Hi, sweet. Oh. What? Why do you feel that way, Cat? What am I getting stuck on? How long have you been doing Bloodborne, Dados? I have practiced fighting her on her back. However, I do get hit a fair amount, so the first run that makes it to her is gonna die, if I had to guess. I tried to make some really hard practice. I have a BL4 plus 0 save at her for practice, but it's definitely gonna be difficult. Oh, welcome back, Quip. But Wet Nurse is gonna be a nightmare. Get it? Nightmare. Because she has a nightmare attack and we kill her Nightmare Slade. Mwah. But anyway, she's gonna kill the first run that makes it to her. 110%. I already made peace with that. I already know my fate. Okay, I'm glad that just ate my attack.
What's that smell? The sweet blood. Oh, it sings to me. It's enough to make a man sick.
I'm so upset. That R1 took too long to recover out of. Yeah, I could play safe, but if I play safe, I'm not gonna get a sub 45. That's the bind that I'm in. To where if I want sub 45, which is my goal, I want a sub 45, I cannot play her safe. I wouldn't say the voice acting is particularly insane. But also, that's not something I care about all too much unless it's really bad. Which I guess, by me not caring about it, that means that they're doing a good job. See, let me think about what boss has something to do where I feel like you would love and hate Sekiro bosses then. Why did you lock onto that guy over there? Either Sekiro or Elden Ring bosses. Oh yeah. Getting fucked by Margit. Oh no, getting fucked by Godric for the 40th time? Oh yeah, you'll get real pissed. Or Melania. And when you get fucked by Melania, I mean, you will. When you fight Melania, you will learn how to be mad. Yeah. So the Stefan and Ghost are actually who I use as references for this run, and then Genzo or Genso, I don't know, whatever his name is. Those are the three I used as reference material for this run. And then the last person, I keep forgetting his name. All I know is that he's doing Bloodborne, all bosses glitchless, and BO4, all bosses unrestricted right now. I forget his name. Yeah, so that's let me solo her. That's his entire game. He has killed Melania over 1,000 times. If you know who JT Music or JT Machinima is, yeah, 1,000. He has killed Melania more times than I've killed Last Giant, which is impressive. But anyway, if you know JT Music or JT Machinima, he literally made a song called Solo, which is literally about let me solo her killing Melania. Which is awesome if you ask me. So singing view. Adieu, goodbye, auf Wiedersehen.
What's that smell? The sweet blood.
Adieu, goodbye, auf Wiedersehen. This is not a good spot. Okay, that's okay, Gascoigne. Not particularly fast, but wait, that might have been the Gascoigne cheese that you witnessed. I'm ready for the Elden Ring DLC. I haven't beat Elden Ring yet because I am a shitter, but when the DLC launches, I'm buying it. FromSoft is gonna get my money. I pre-ordered Elden Ring and it's gonna get my money again for the DLC. I'm FromSoft's water buffalo. They're gonna keep raking money out of me as long as they keep making Dark Souls-like games. I have bought every single Souls-like they've made. I bought all the trilogy with all their DLCs. I bought Demon Souls. I bought Bloodborne with its DLC. I bought Sekiro. I bought Vanilla DS2. And I pre-ordered Elden Ring. They are getting their money. They are definitely getting their money out of me. And if they make a Bloodborne remastered or some shit like that, they're getting my money for that as well. or a DS2 remake, they're getting my money. And when Spellbound comes out, which is gonna be the next game that's supposed to come out 2025, I believe the leaks say, they're getting my money for that too, which is gonna basically be like a third of the size of Elden Ring and be magic combat only, and magic is my jam. The cheese are one. I think the cheese. If Gascoigne got stuck on the stairs, then that is the cheese. Also, I saw a link that says Elden Ring's supposed to get. I'm not getting GTA 6. I'll go Sekiro. I like Sekiro. In terms of my personal FromSoft tier list, I have Sekiro third. I think Sekiro's a really good game. A lot of people. So Sekiro is probably. Sekiro is the most mechanically divisive. So it's either, compared to all the other games, it's either you get it or you don't get it. You either like the mechanics of Sekiro or you despise it because of how different it is.
Adept, merciless.
Just like how some people will only play Bloodborne because it's the only game that has these mechanics. Or how some people only play Elden Ring because of its mechanics. Like some people really only care about the mechanics more than, because the mechanics is what makes, for the most part, the gameplay experience. Now, obviously, lore, graphics, everything like that adds to it. But like, if you like or do not like a way a game feels, that really alters the way you play. Like Demon Souls, I do not like Demon Souls because I do not think it feels very good to play. So, Demon Souls is going to be the hardest one for me to want to play, for that reason. I'm going to, and I'm going to no-hit Demon Souls. But it's not going to be a good time, I don't think. But also, I've not given it a true chance, because I learned the no-hit route for the original, and the original... See, I have never summoned in this game. In these games. The only time I summoned was one boss I accidentally summoned for... I accidentally summoned for Bloodstarved Beast, because I didn't know there's a summon sign over here, like over there. I didn't know it was a summon sign, and that is the only boss I've ever summoned for on a first playthrough. Then I was doing a little fun thing in Dark Souls 2 with my friends where we were just summoning for every boss, but I would never do that when actually learning these games. I think summoning is kind of weird to want to do. That's not good. Oh, this is really bad. Don't put your back in the wall, bruh. Do you mean the most? Well, it depends on what you mean by skill. It really depends on what you mean by skill. If you do a lot of damage because of Beast Blood, the fire paper, and because of us doing charge attacks on after a backstab. But it really depends on what you mean by skill. Because what you think is skillful really impacts what the answer is. Because if it's knowing how to kill, like actually learning like every boss and every enemy and everything like that, then Elden Ring would be the hardest. By far. By the sheer number of things you would have to account for.
Keep a list of them to show your doctor when you get a new medicine. When prescribed Stellara, use Stellara exactly as your doctor tells you to. Stellara is intended for
However, if you skill could also mean where there is less options
by a healthcare provider.
to, well, I mean, maybe more options. Yeah, so it is very subjective because
You should receive training on
skill also relates to game knowledge. So Elden Ring also has the vastest, you need the most knowledge in Elden Ring, theoretically. Now that doesn't really come to fruition because all you need to know is that, you know, if you map it out correctly, you can kill every boss absurdly easily from buff stacking and knowing weaknesses, like elemental weakness, knowing strike versus slash versus pierce and everything like that. Or thrust, I keep calling it pierce. Strike versus slash versus thrust. Yeah. Well, not really. Sekiro is the odd man out, and well, Sekiro, Elden Ring, and Bloodborne are different than the Dark Souls trilogy and Demon Souls.
and discuss any questions you have with the doctor to pose
Bloodborne, I'll talk about a little bit more after Amelia.
to the FDA.
I wonder if I could get a third R1 there. I'm dead here, yeah. But yeah, so 'cause I didn't think she was gonna do another howl. I thought she was gonna jump back. If I knew she was gonna howl, I could have committed, and then it would have been, that would have been it. I'm pretty sure 3 R1s would break her hand. Anyway, yeah, so see, it's hard to say. I could tell you that Demon Souls is not the hardest. It's not mechanically the hardest. I could say that with a lot of confidence. But then after that, it becomes actually very difficult to decide. Because there are so many things to account for. Because I would say Sekiro. See, again, it's hard because it depends on what you want to do. Because Sekiro, if you go for the no-hit, basically, like, where you have to perfectly deflect everything, so perfectly parry everything, and then you can't block. If you go for perfect parries or deflects, it makes Sekiro one of the hardest. Because then you can also balance what attacks you want to deflect versus which ones you want to dash through versus which ones you want to walk under or around or cancel in the middle of. And Elden Ring has you know, a lot of poise breaks, so that requires a lot of game knowledge. Maybe not a lot of game knowledge, because you can pretty easily figure out what does the most poise damage. But then there are things that you can attacks you can jump over, which actually allows for more punish opportunities. And then every game has strafing, and then like, I mean, it's hard. I would say the hardest two, I would say, is probably Sekiro and Elden Ring. Probably. However, DS3 is almost always regarded as being the hardest no-hit. And for good reason. DS3 is a harder game, so DS3 is also up there. But then it's like, well, Dark Souls 2. Like, if you did the SL1 challenge, if you did SL1, so level 1, or BL4 for Bloodborne, RL1 for Elden Ring, which is Rin level, and then AP1 attack power for Sekiro, the hardest SL1... Why do you think started? Unfamiliarity. That's the only reason why I did this. Is lack of... The way he did his order was based off his personal assessment. He ordered it based off what he thought was his most inconsistent to most consistent, which is why he had DS2, DS3, and Elden Ring at the end, because he has thousands of hours in DS3 and Elden Ring. And his DS2 is actually world class. One of the best DS2 runners of all time. No-hit runners of all time. So he is one of the best DS2, DS3, and Elden Ring no-hit runners of all time.
What's that smell? The sweet blood. Oh, it
so
seems
having
to
them
me
towards the end just makes sense.
it's enough to make
And
a
his
man
Demon
sick.
Souls route is absurdly consistent, so he had no idea, he had no problem pushing that later. And because that was the case, that only left... Yeah, I was a little early there. That only left DS1, Bloodborne, and Sekiro to be the first 3 games. He does not like Dark Souls 1, so he went with the sorcery route instead of the normal Crystal Halberd route. Because sorcery made it more consistent. No, you can keep asking questions, that's all good. Sekiro is just a mechanics test. Sekiro is a mechanics test different than everything else. Bloodborne and Elden Ring, as you probably have an idea from doing No Death, is that Bloodborne and Elden Ring are like a combo execution test. Where it's like, okay, I need to do charge attacks in order to, like, this number of charge attacks into a sleep, into this buff order. For Elden Ring, it's like, okay, R1, transform attack, untransform, in order to do, like, certain, like, you know, limb breaks. Sekiro is different. Because Sekiro is, you either know the parry time, you either know the deflect timing, or you don't. Now, you can negate that skill by mortal drawing, but still, you still need to know how to do that. And then there's, like, the Geni 2 cheese where you actually need to know your positioning in order to have him not shoot you. And then there's the ape loop, which is definitely not the most mechanically difficult thing I've ever done, but on like AP1, especially AP1 sword only, which I've done, then it gets a lot more difficult. Yeah, Elden Ring is the most scripted, 110%. And the thing is, you know that is the case, because when you look at Gino doing 40 no-hit runs, and like at least more than half, at least 25 or 30 of them were done in Elden Ring, and he was almost able to script every boss with the weapon, and if he couldn't, he literally just used poison pots and madness in order to kill bosses. Like, There are so many ways to no-hit Elden Ring, it's insane. Yeah, it's all good. Trust me, I understand quit. I understand being the sponge. Dude, I need some water. I need to get some water because I've been talking a lot. Yeah, madness on Gideon, exactly. You just throw down some... You throw down that fucking little madness pebble next to him. Do a couple of charge attacks and boom, bada, bam, you're done. Yeah. Open the goddamn door.
You there? Hunter! Didn't you see the warning? Turn back at once.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Old Yharnam, burned and abandoned by men.
You are a skilled hunter. Adept, merciless. Half cut with blood, as the best hunters are. Which is why I must stop you.
See, I don't understand why you guys even watch, because I'm an utter fucking shitter at this game, and yet you're still here watching me struggle to even see the we haven't even seen shadows. It's been 2.5 hours, and we haven't even seen half of the game yet. Like, come on, bro. Why are you guys wasting your time watching this shit? Who's the best no-hit runner? Gino's up there. Either Gino or Shulky. Yeah, that's fair. I understand just watching because you have nothing better to do. That's most of my Twitch live stream experience, is that I just put on someone because I'm like, I literally am watching YouTube and I want another thing on this, on my second monitor, so I'm just going to put on a random Twitch live stream. And a lot of times it's like Lil Aggie, or it'll be a no-hit run or a speed run of some kind. A lot more recently it's been Elden Ring, because there's been a lot of like Elden Ring glitchless 80% no quit out stuff because of an event that was going on. So I've had that up a little more frequently. But also a lot of Sekiro I've watched. But the best two runners, I would say it's either Gino or Shulky. I'm just watching the streams too. Well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we did see shadows last stream, but we could be seeing shadows a lot more consistently if I wasn't shit. Dude, we actually got a good BSB finally. Fucking finally, dude. Oh, it's Chandler time? Oh no, I want Chandler. What about Bushido? Wait, Bushido did no hit already? Bushido hasn't streamed in a while. You're... Hey Chandler. What's... Yeah, so Christmas came a week early. So, I feel like today's gonna be no different than every other time. What are we gonna be playing? Oh, we're playing the final. I'm gonna have to install it then. But it shouldn't take too long to install. I'll try to do a clean video. You've heard of Discord, but have you heard of Discord Premium?
Wish to partake in communion.
I might have to turn you up in a little bit, Chandler, because you are quiet. Yeah, soon. Yeah, hold on. I do have the finals. I know it's Precious Chandler time. No, Chandler, let me hear that one more time. They reverted it already. Yeah, and then they reverted it. I saw a lot of furry shit. No, it was not very good. I need to turn you up, hold on. What, a Twitch recap? Yeah, baby. It never stops, Chandler. It just never stops. You're just addicted, Josh. That's what you said every single other time. Uh-huh. Don't listen to a siren song, Chandler. What the fuck are you saying? Why would you want that? Six 24. 2642. I'm definitely in Discord 2642. 5542. Ooh, 55, 54, 55, 54. We already ran out of beast blood, goddamn. 55, 66. I can't believe I just walked around that tombstone rather than staying behind it. Well, that's 50, why am I so fucking bad, dude? you're ready. Yeah, I did in fact reach shadows, but I'm a fucking shitter. Which is unsurprising to me. Yep. And one more R1. Okay, you're ready. Yep. I mean, shadows is something I need to practice, but like... What's going on? Yeah. Correct. Yeah. Yeah, I like Lunarium Skip, which is actually illegal in actual glitches speedruns, but not in no-hit glitches. Which is interesting if you... But yes, if I cared more about the no-hit rather than going fast, because like, the goal I set was arbitrary. My first goal was sub 50 minutes, and I demolished sub 50 minutes. If I was just going for sub 50 minutes, it'd be a lot different on how I'd go about doing this. I want to get sub 45 as an arbitrary goal, and that's what I'm left with now. Shut up, Josh. Shut the fuck up. You're such a bitch, Josh. You're such a fucking punk, Josh. You're such a fucking punk, Josh. Oh my god. Because I need to see my time. Apparently the final is getting a lot of flack for using AI voices. Yeah, but they're like, we like the way it sounds. Fuck off, basically. Yeah, so they still have to pay someone to do those voice lines, and then they use AI to do whatever they wanted to save money. But they still paid voice actors for their audio samples. It's not like they just ripped someone and was like, oh, we're just gonna. I mean, the dev team clearly had some money to put into the game. So it's not like they're like, oh, here's like minimum wage for your audio samples. Like, they probably pay them a decent amount. Maybe not for the total. Maybe they did. Maybe they just did it as a time thing because they could. Because the biggest thing with voice acting is that you have to keep doing the same line over and over and over again until the person says that was the line I wanted. But if you do, yeah, you can literally just change how you want the algorithm to. What you want the algorithm to output. Oh. We're gonna be stopping there. I might stream later. We shall see, but we're gonna stop there. And we'll be streaming a lot more in the next couple days.